Hello students, so I am Jyotsna over here. Welcome to Colorful Chemistry. So today we are going to start with the topic haloalkanes and haloarenes. Now what is haloalkane and haloarene? The replacement of hydrogen atom in hydrocarbon, either aliphatic or aromatic, by halogen results in alkyl halide, that is haloalkane, and aryl halide, that is haloarene. ಅಂದರೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಅರೈಲ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ ಅಥವಾ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಅರಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾಕೆ ಓದಬೇಕು? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಯೂಸಸ್? ವೈ ಶುಡ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ haloalkanes and haloarenes? So coming to the uses. So first one, these are used as the solvents. So many compounds, organic compounds, are getting dissolved in it. So it is used as a solvent. Other use is in the field of medicine. Now in the field of medicine, the compound like chloramphenicol is used in treating typhoid. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡ್ ಫೀವರ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲೋರಾಂಫೆನಿಕೋಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನದರ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋಕ್ವಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ನವ ಡೇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಆಸ್ ಯು ನೋ ಇಟ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು that one, we have one more compound, that is dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane. In short, we call it as DDT. It is used as an insecticide. So mosquitoes ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು DDT ಸಿಂಪಡಿಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, so that DDT is also an haloalkane, haloarene. Now, after knowing some of its uses, next let us go for the classification. So classification, there are various ways in which the compounds are classified. Out of this, we have first one, on the basis of number of halogen atom. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Suppose if the compound, if a molecule has one halogen, we call it as monohaloderivative. If there are two halogens, it is dihaloderivative. If there are three halogens or more than three halogens, we call it as the polyhaloderivative of alkane and arene. So let us take the example and let us take a look. Now coming to the example here, suppose we'll take a compound like C2H5X. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ C2H5 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅಂದರೆ ಈಥೇನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಒಂದು ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಮೋನೋ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋ ಅಲ್ಕೇನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಕಂಪೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೋನೋ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋ ಅಲ್ಕೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬದಲಿ ಸಿ ಎಲ್ ಇತ್ತಂದರೆ ದೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೋ ಈಥೇನ್. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋರೋ ethane. So this is how we call it. Coming to the dihaloalkane, ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಅಲ್ಕೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೈಹ್ಯಾಲೋಆಲ್ಕೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಟೂ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ಡೈಹ್ಯಾಲೋಆಲ್ಕೇನ್. Similarly, in this molecule we have three such halogen in this given molecule. Therefore it is a trihaloalkane. So in this way, based upon the number of halogen atoms in one molecule, we have classified these haloalkanes. Now after knowing the haloalkanes, let us look for haloarenes, ಅಂದರೆ aromatic compounds ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ aromatic compound ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಈ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ರಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಒನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೋನೋ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋ ಅರಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸಿ ಎಲ್ ಇತ್ತಂತಂದರೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Suppose if we have this benzene, to this one if there are two halogens attached, we call it as dihaloarene or dichlorobenzene. So it is a dihaloarene, means there are two halogen atoms attached to the benzene ring. So this is dihaloarene. Similarly, if there are three halogens attached, we call it as trihaloarene. ಅಥವಾ suppose ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 Cl ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ then you will be having 1, 2, 3 trichlorobenzene. Okay, so in this way you have the classification based on the number of halogen atoms. This is mono, this is di, this is tri. So in this way we have the first type of the classification. Out of this one, coming to the monohalo compounds. Monohalo compounds andre enu? ಆ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಮೊನೋಹ್ಯಾಲೋ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಫಾಲೋಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದಿ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಯಾವ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ನಿಂದ ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನ್ ಯಾವುದಿದೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಸ್ ಯು ನೋ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೋ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಈಸ್ 4. ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ 4 ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಒನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ 4 ಆಟಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್, ವೆಸ್ಟ್, ನಾರ್ತ್, ಸೌತ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ 4 directions you can remember. In that way 4 atoms or group of atoms should be attached to carbon. This is the necessary condition. Now coming to the sp3 type of the hybridization. So as you know, carbon is undergoing sp3 type of hybridization, sp2 type of the hybridization and sp hybridization. When you call carbon as sp3 hybridized carbon, suppose carbon to carbon if there is single bond, so in that case we call the carbon to have what? sp3 type of the hybridization. Suppose if carbon to carbon double bond is there, then we call it as sp2 hybridization. Suppose if carbon to carbon triple bond is there, then we call it as sp hybridization. Now in this one, first type is what? Compound containing sp3 hybridized carbon to which the halogen is attached. Okay, CX bond ಇದೆ. ಈ CX bond ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಯಾವುದಿರುತ್ತೆ? sp3. ಅಂದರೆ single bonded carbon ಇರಬೇಕು. Between any two carbon the bond should be single bond. So coming to the first type, in that one alkyl halides or haloalkanes ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇರಬಹುದು? ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಫ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್, ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಆರ್ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್. ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್. ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ alkyl halides or haloalkanes, that is RX. It can be the homologous series of the alkane is CnH2n plus 2. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ CnH2n plus 1 and X. ಇಲ್ಲಿ CnH2n plus 2 ಇರ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಈ 2 ಬದಲಿ 1 ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ 1 ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬದಲಿ 1 ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ CnH2n plus 1 and X. This is the general representation for alkyl halides. So these alkyl halides are classified as what? Primary, secondary, tertiary. ಈ alkyl halide ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? Primary, secondary, tertiary ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So it is all under sp3 hybridization itself. So sp3 hybridization ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿರಬೇಕು? ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ, ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಸೊ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಡ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ಅದರ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ or it is attached to no other carbon. So in case of methane it is attached to no other carbon, so it is a primary carbon. In case of ethane, each of the carbon is attached to one other carbon, so it is sp3 hybridization with a primary carbon. Now in this one, this carbon is attached to one other carbon, so it is a primary carbon. To the primary carbon halogen is attached, so it is primary alkyl halide. So ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಎಂತ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್? ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ primary alkyl halide. Similarly, now you can see that halogen is attached to this carbon. This carbon should be which type of a carbon? sp3 hybridized carbon, no doubt, but it should be a secondary carbon. So carbon attached to all single bonds, so it is sp3. In that one, the carbon is directly attached to two other carbons. So this carbon is which type of a carbon? Secondary carbon. Andre ee carbon ಎರಡು carbon ಗೆ directly attach ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಆವಾಗ ಈ carbon ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತೀವಿ? Secondary carbon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ secondary carbon ಗೆ halogen attach ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತೀವಿ? Secondary alkyl halide. In the same way, suppose if we take a halogen which is attached to the tertiary carbon. What is a tertiary carbon now? Carbon attached to directly three other carbon atoms. For example, R dash, R double dash, R triple dash. All these are alkyl groups. So alkyl group alli carbon irlebeku. So more carbon illi attach agidave ee carbon ge. So it is tertiary carbon. To the tertiary carbon, halogen is attached. So we call it as the tertiary alkyl halide. So this is the first type of the classification. Then in the sp3 hybridization itself, we have one more type of the classification. Now what are those compounds? Those compounds are called as allylic halides. Now what are these allylic halides? Now no doubt halogen should be attached to sp3 hybridized, but in this allylic compound, the halogen is bonded to the sp3 hybridized carbon, that is single bonded carbon, which is next to the double bonded carbon atom. So what you have to do is, you should first draw a double bonded carbon. So let me take here, this is CH2 double bond CH. Okay, this is an sp2 hybridized carbon. To this sp2 hybridized carbon, I wrote one CH2 and X. So this is which carbon? Single bonded carbon. So this should be what? sp3 hybridized. I can write the same thing in this way. So this is the bond line structure I have shown up to here. So carbon CH2 will be here, double bonded carbon. So this carbon is sp2. Next to it is sp3 hybridized carbon, single bonded carbon. To this one, halogen is attached. So therefore, this type of a compound in which halogen is attached to sp3 hybrid carbon, which is next to the sp2 hybridized carbon, we call it as the allylic halides. Similarly, you can take another example of cyclohexene. Now in this cyclohexene, you can see that there is presence of a cyclohexene. Now in this cyclohexene, what has happened? There is a double bond here. So double bonded carbon ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು sp2, ಇದು sp2. ಇದರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಇದು single bonded carbon, ಇದು sp3 hybridized. ಈ sp3 hybridized carbon ಗೆ halogen attach ಆಗಿದೆ. So therefore this is also allylic halides. So this is one type of the classification based on the sp3 hybridization. So one more type of the classification based on sp3 hybridization itself. This we call it as benzylic halide. So benzylic halide antandreno, halogen is bonded to an sp3 hybridized carbon next to an aromatic ring. In allylic halide, it was next to a double bond, but it was aliphatic compound. In this one, it is an aromatic compound. So now in the benzylic halide, let us take one benzene ring. Each of the carbon in the benzene ring is sp2 hybridized. That means it is having a double bond. To this one, the carbon is attached by means of a single bond. So this carbon is which type? It is sp3 type. To this carbon, an halogen is attached. So halogen is attached to an sp3 carbon which is next to what? Benzene ring. So ಈ halogen ಈ carbon ಗೆ attach ಇದೆ. ಈ carbon sp3 hybridized ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? ಇದು sp2 hybridized ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. So very next to it is. So therefore this type of the compound we call it as what? Benzylic halide. Necessarily aromatic ring has to be there. Similarly, we can take one more example. Here also you can see there is a benzene ring. To the benzene ring, there is a carbon attached. So this carbon is attached by means of a single bond, and to this one halogen is attached. Apart from that, this is R and the R dash and R double dash. So this carbon is directly attached to one carbon, two carbon, three carbon. So it is a tertiary carbon. So it is a tertiary benzylic halide. So halogen attached to the sp3 carbon, which is next to aromatic ring. So this is how we have the benzylic halide. So all this we have studied under what? Under sp3 type of the hybridization. Now, after studying this one, let us go for the next one. So what is the next one? So next is the classification in which the compounds are containing sp2 hybridized carbon to halogen bond. ಈಗ previous sp3 ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಈಗ sp2 hybridized carbon ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ sp2 hybridized carbon ಎದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ sp2 hybridized carbon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Now come to this compound, that is we call it as vinylic halide. ಸೊ vinylic halide ಯಾವಾಗ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಈ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಏನು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಟು ಅ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅನ್ ಆಲಿಫಾಟಿಕ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಆಲಿಫಾಟಿಕ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಡ್ರಾ ಅ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಡ್ರಾ ಅ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ sp2, this is sp2. To that one directly you attach the halogen. So when you directly attach an halogen to a double bonded carbon, we call this one as what? Vinylic halide. In the same way, let us take one more compound. This is a cyclohexene. So ಈ cyclohexene ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ sp2 hybridized ಇದೆ. ಈ sp2 hybridized ಇರೋ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ halogen attach ಆಗಿದೆ. So therefore the halogen which is attached to the double bonded carbon, this we call it as what? Vinylic halide. And this is which type of the compound? It is the aliphatic compound. So it should be necessarily aliphatic compound. So then we call it as vinylic halide. One more type of the classification that is based on the sp2 itself, that we call it as aryl halides. Now what is aryl halides? Now halogen is bonded to sp2 hybridized carbon, that is carbon to carbon double bond, but it is of an aromatic ring. So you know that aromatic ring, it is consisting of sp2 hybridized carbon. ಈ sp2 hybridized carbonಗೆ halogen attach ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಆದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು aromatic hydrocarbon ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ರಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತೀವಿ? ಅರೈಲ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಸಚ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ನಾವು ಈ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ರಿಂಗ್. ಟು ದ ಬೆನ್ಸಿನ್ ರಿಂಗ್ CH3 group is attached, and this carbon, each of the carbon over here in the benzene ring is sp2 hybridized carbon. To the sp2 hybridized carbon ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಈ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದಾಗ we call it as what? Aryl halide, but necessarily aromatic ring has to be there. Then only we call it as what? We call it as the aryl halide. Now this is about the classification of the aliphatic and aromatic hydrocarbons, I mean haloalkanes and haloarenes. Now after knowing the classification, we are supposed to go for the nomenclature. So nomenclature means what? You have to name the compound. So naming ceremony of the compounds. Now let us look for the nomenclature. In the nomenclature, you have two types. One is the common name and the other one is the UPAC name or the IUPAC. So in the nomenclature, we have the two types. One is the what? The common system of nomenclature, and the other one is the UPAC system of nomenclature. ಈ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾಮೆನ್ಕ್ಲೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ALKYL ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ HALIDES ಹಲೈಡ್ಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಕರೆಯೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ಗೆ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ CH3Cl ಇತ್ತಂತಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪಿಗೆ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಆ ಹಲೈಡ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಯು ನೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಯು ನೋ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್, if it is 2 carbon ethyl group, so you know the names. So you are making use of those names here. So 1 carbon andre it is methyl, so it is methyl. To this one Cl is attached, so which is this one? It is chloride, so it is methyl chloride. Okay, so this is what it is, the common name. Coming to the UPAC name, in the UPAC name, so necessarily you have a prefix attached to a root word. So root word is important. So root word is important. To the root word there may be a suffix. Okay, and before the root word there may be a prefix. ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಯುಪ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೇಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವು ಎರಡಂತೂ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ. ಪ್ರಿಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇರದೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಹಲೋ ಅಲ್ಕೇನ್ ಹಲೋ ಅರೈನಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾ ರೂಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, then suffix indicates what? Either it is a single bond ANE, double bond ENE, triple bond it is YNE. So we are dealing with ANE, alkene we are dealing with, correct? Then along with that we have prefix. So halo is the prefix, means halides X is having the prefix as halo. So halo is which halo? If at all you have Cl, you have it as chloro. If you have bromine, you have as bromo, and so on. So ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಹೆಸರು ಬರಬೇಕು. Now take this example. Now there is one carbon atom. So if the carbon atom is 1, what is the root word? It is meth. Okay, so it is meth. Because it is single bonded carbon, what is the suffix? It is ane. Then there is a chloro group, that is prefix. So what we write it as? We write it as chloromethane. Okay, so this is chloromethane. So this is the UPAC name. So in this way we have to name the compounds. Now in the common system of nomenclature we are making use of certain prefixes like N for normal, then iso if at all it is present on the second carbon, neo if at all it is, if a carbon is attached to directly 4 other carbon atoms, and so on. Along with that we also make use of secondary, tertiary, and so on. So this is in the common system. Apart from this, this is for what? This is for the alkyl halides. Okay, this is for the alkyl halides. Then in case of the UPAC system of nomenclature we are going to give the preference for what? The halogen. ಈ halogen ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ನಾವು ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Then coming to the aromatic compound, aromatic compound are also having the same kind of the procedure. Suppose I have Cl here, it is attached to benzene. So now Cl is attached to benzene, so this is prefix is chloro, this is benzene. So either common name you take or UPAC name, both the names are same, that is chlorobenzene. Okay, this is when only one Cl is present. Suppose I take a benzene ring. To the benzene ring, suppose I have one Cl attached here and one Cl, let me say it is attached here. In the common system, if you take With respect to this position is called as the ortho position indicated by O. With respect to this one, the di-substituted product, if it is here, we call this position as meta. With respect to this one, this position is what? Para position. In UPAC system of nomenclature, we number it as 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5 and 6, right? So, in the common system, if we are naming this is one chloro, this is another chloro. So, it is dichloro. So, this dichloro is at which position? At ortho position. So, you are going to take ortho in the common system of nomenclature. This is ortho dichloro. This is benzene. Okay, ortho dichlorobenzene. If you do UPAC system of nomenclature, first and second carbon, you have two chloro groups. So how do you write it? 1, 2, a dash dichlorobenzene. Okay, so 1, 2 dichlorobenzene. So in this way, we are going to name the compound that is in the UPAC system. Okay, that is the haloarine. So by knowing these some of the points, let us take some more examples. Now coming to few other examples, let us take an example of now let us take an example here, that is CH3 CH2 CH Br. Now in this case, what has happened? Let us take a look where this, how we are going to number this compound. I mean how we are going to name this compound. Now coming to this compound, there are totally 3 carbon atoms. When 3 carbon atoms are there, here we call it as propyl. Common name is propyl, means 3 carbon atom. To that one bromine is attached, so propyl bromide, and because it is a straight chain, we call it as N-propyl bromide. So common system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, N ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಇದು ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಚೈನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಚೈನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ N ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So there is a straight chain, 3 carbon atom, propyl bromide, alkyl bromide, propyl bromide. Then UPAC system ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟು ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಂಬರಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 1, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 2, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ 3. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಬ್ರೋಮೋ ಇದೆ, 1 ಬ್ರೋಮೋ. ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಚೈನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ 3 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ಸೊ ಪ್ರೋಪ್, because single bonded carbon ane. So 1 bromo propane. Root word is prop, suffix is ane, prefix is bromo. On which position? First. So 1 dash bromo propane. This is the UPAC name. Now let us take one more such example. A branched chain. Totally there are 3 carbon in straight chain and one more methyl group is attached to the second carbon. So when the methyl group is attached to the second carbon, we give the prefix iso in the common system of nomenclature. So second carbon ge methyl group athwa alkyl group attach ಆದರೆ ನಾವು iso ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So here we have iso, totally 4 carbon atoms ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. So isobutyl ಆಯಿತು. ಈ isobutyl ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇದೆ? ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಗೆ. So isobutyl chloride is the common name. Coming to the UPAC name, nomenclature will start from where? From the, the numbering will start from which side? Right side. Why? Because chlorine is attached to the first carbon. So here what you are going to do, this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So parent chain has what? 3 carbon atom, means what is the root word? Pro. Single bond, so ane, propane. Then on first carbon atom you have chloro group, so it is 1 chloro. Second carbon you have a methyl group, so it is 2 methyl. So 1 chloro 2 methyl propane. You should remember that when there are 2 substituents, okay, you have to go according to the alphabetical order. Cl ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, Cl first ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಲೋರೋ ಅಂದರೆ C first ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಕ್ಲೋರೋ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಮಿಥೈಲ್ M ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, irrespective of their position. Chloro starts with C, methyl starts with M, so we are writing first chloro and then we are writing methyl next. Okay, so in this way you have to maintain the alphabetical order. So this is some of the example of open chain compound. Now let us go for the aromatic compound. Coming to the aromatic compound, here you can see that there is presence of a benzene ring. In this benzene ring there is presence of a bromine. So this is what haloarine means what? This is bromobenzene. Okay, common name ಮತ್ತೆ UPAC name ಎರಡು same ಇದೆ, bromobenzene. Coming to this one, here you see that on first carbon atom there is a bromine, on third carbon atom there is a bromine. Coming to the common system of nomenclature, with respect to this one, this is ortho, this is meta, this is para position. So at the meta position there is a bromine. So there are two bromine atoms, so dibromide placed at each other at what? At meta position. So it is M dash dibromobenzene. So this is the common name. So this and this is at meta position, so we call it as meta dibromobenzene. But instead, if you take UPAC name, then you start numbering it from here, that is 1 2 3 1,3 dibromobenzene. So in this way we have the nomenclature. So apart from this one, there are few more examples, so you can solve it and you try to name the compounds. So this is about the nomenclature of the compounds. After the nomenclature of the compound, we have the nature of the carbon to halogen bond. So what is the nature of this bond? So you have to remember that halogen are highly electronegative elements, means they have the tendency to attract the electron pair towards itself. So they are highly electronegative. Compared to what? Compared to halogen. So ಈ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಪೇರ್ ನ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಕ್ವೈರ್ ದಿ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ and this carbon will acquire partial positive charge. Remember, these are not complete charges, they are partial charges, so we show delta here, means partial charge. There is a bond but more electron density is towards the halogen, so it is more negative over here, so we show partial negative here. This is electrons are moving more towards halogen, so we show it as partial positive. So because there is the partial charge developed, we call it as polarized covalent bond. Okay, so carbon has a partial positive charge, halogen has a partial negative charge, and the bond length between the carbon and halogen, it is going on increasing from carbon to fluorine to carbon to iodine. Okay, and the bond strength is going on decreasing. So why like this it is happening? Fluorine is a small atom. So suppose if you take a fluorine and a carbon, so carbon is here, fluorine is here. So now here let me say this is a carbon and this is a fluorine. Okay, so this is a small atom, right? So now what has happened, this carbon is going to attract the fluorine very easily because this distance is very small. So the bond length is also less and it is quite strong because this carbon can hold the fluorine with more attractive force. But suppose if you take carbon to iodine, the bond length is more. Why? Because this is the carbon and this is the iodine. So let us take iodine. Now carbon and iodine, when you are going to take, iodine is a larger species. So what is going to happen, this carbon to attract this one, it takes more, distance is more, so bond length will become what? It will become more. So because of this one, as the bond length is more, the bond strength is less. Okay, so this is how we have the bond length and the bond strength. So therefore we have this one as the nature of the carbon to halogen bond. So this is about the nature of carbon and halogen bond. So remaining things we are going to continue in the next class.